Hi, I'm meteorologist TJ Del Santo. We are looking at a fairly quiet day here in southern New England. Satellite radar picture showing the absence of clouds and precipitation in our region, but notice these showers off to our west. We'll be tracking those for potentially later on in the day on a Wednesday. Let's take a look at that, and we'll talk a lot about Dorian. Hour by hour forecast for the afternoon, blend of clouds and sunshine will take you into the overnight. Some clouds around, maybe a little patchy fog, and maybe a spot shower or two. Tomorrow morning, generally quiet. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, still dry, but notice during the afternoon and evening, especially during the evening, the chance for some showers and maybe an isolated thunderstorm. So for this afternoon, temperatures topping out in the upper 70s to around 80 degrees. Looks okay outdoors, relatively low humidity. On Wednesday, we're looking at temps to top out in the upper 70s to lower 80s with sunshine, giving way to some clouds in the afternoon, and again, with the chance for a late day shower or thunderstorm. But I think most of the day on Wednesday will be dry. Here's Dorian, the visible satellite picture. You can clearly see that circulation now beginning to pull away from the Bahamas. Finally, it was basically stalled out there during the overnight hours. Here's the 11 a.m. update from the National Hurricane Center. It has been downgraded to a Category 2 storm with winds of 110 miles an hour. Still, we are looking at a hurricane threat. Up and down the East Coast, especially all the way up to North Carolina, we have hurricane warnings for Florida. And farther on off to the north now, we've got hurricane watches all the way into northern coastal North Carolina due to Dorian. So Dorian is expected to continue to work its way northward and then kind of follow the coastline all the way up into North Carolina. Notice that cone of uncertainty that we have here still enveloping South Carolina and North Carolina, meaning that it still could potentially work its way inland over the Carolinas over the coming days. We still are expecting Dorian to pass on off to our south and east late week and into Saturday morning, perhaps as a Category 1 storm. So it's still going to pass pretty far offshore, and it's going to be about 165 miles south and east of Nantucket, but it will still have some impacts on us here into southern New England. This is what we call the spaghetti chart, where we put every computer model that we can look at, and they're all basically saying the same thing, that Dorian should stay away from southern New England, at least in terms of a major impact. Dorian is still going to pass off to our south and east, could come close enough that we see some rain showers and maybe some gusty winds. I think the biggest impact will be with the ocean. Wave forecast for late Friday into Saturday. Some big waves over 30 feet high, well offshore. We could be looking at some waves, maybe up to 10 feet, crashing on our shoreline, and obviously that could lead to some dangerous rip currents. So the impacts locally from Dorian: large waves, dangerous rip currents, strong winds possible near the coastline, especially over southeastern Mass. Some downpours are possible. Timing on this, Friday into early Saturday, but do expect to see some big waves through the upcoming weekend. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for a lot more weather-related information and all the latest info on Dorian. So our weather generally quiet through today and into Wednesday. Again, it could be a late day shower or a thunderstorm. Be sure to stay tuned for further updates.